Hey everyone, it's Katie. I just want to take some time to say thank you so much from all of you who have given me your well wishes, your congratulations, and all your positive comments about my announcement about moving to Norway. This is a huge step and a huge change in my life, and a lot of you have asked questions about exactly what's going on. So this video is going to kind of take some time to break it all down. So what exactly is going on? Okay, so this is a new job opportunity in Norway, working for a new, I wouldn't say new independent studio. They've actually been around for some time, but an independent studio that's new to me, and I'll be supporting some great games for them in the years ahead. And yes, this does mean I'm leaving Blizzard. I've been part of the Blizzard family for the last 3 years, and I'm going to miss them so desperately. And it's hard to let go of the game that I have loved for the past decade, but this is truly the next step for me, both in career growth and just my opportunity to survive as a transgender woman. Now, of course, the good news is that this new studio I'm working for has been extremely compassionate, patient, and communicative. I'm really looking forward to supporting the games that they're building, and I'll reveal that more in time. A lot of you are asking, like, okay, so what exactly do you do to immigrate to Norway? Well, for me, I'm going through what's called a skilled worker permit. Basically, a skilled worker permit is me proving that I have the education and the work experience to support the job that I've applied for a worker permit for. It's a multi-step process where I had to fill out checklists, fill out all my documentation, my passport scan, notarization, all these crazy steps that I can't take the time to explain in this video alone. I had to fly to Chicago, get my application submitted there, submit my passport. They send that to the embassy. They get everything checked out. I get my passport back. They send everything to the Director of Immigration in Norway. Now I'm simply waiting for the final decision, which unfortunately can take a few weeks. There are other pathways for others to consider if they're thinking about trying to see if Norway is a path for immigration for them. There's family reunification pathways. There's business pathways. Very difficult though if you're like really seriously thinking about starting a new life in Norway. You got to have a job that you're qualified for. Is kind of the first step. Wasn't I trying to get to Canada? Yes, I was. In fact, I was actually seeking abroad for the most part because I really don't feel comfortable in the US. And Canada was going to be the most likeliest pathway for me at the time prior to discovering this job. And I honestly thought that I would come to the point where I would just have to pack up and go because things were starting to get so bad around here. Thankfully, I'm able to survive a bit longer, and I'm trying to take the time to prepare just to actually be able to properly reset my life on my terms. And that's why I'm so incredibly grateful for this opportunity. What's the cost of doing something like this? Well, it's pretty expensive. Now, I'm not going to necessarily tell how much I've spent versus how much the studio supported me, but I will kind of give you some round numbers. I've already pretty well invested over $5,000 already towards this trip. And this includes me going to Chicago and back, applying for my visa, fees and all that. Also preparing gear and getting my kind of rotating my stuff. I've been selling stuff. I've been having to buy stuff. Like I had to buy a new laptop because I'm not going to take my huge giant chunky gaming PC with me because the import fees would have been drastic. Whereas if I could just have a laptop on the plane, that's a lot easier. And needless to say, I'm also still saving up a lot more money. I'm literally going to have over 5,000 US dollars saved up, offline myself in Norway, get an apartment, and be able to survive the winter reasonably on a tight but comfortable budget. How friendly is Norway to the LGBTQ plus community? Well, they're ranked number 2 on Equodex. The United States, for comparison, is ranked 25th. The United States has a score of 70 out of 100. Norway has a score of 87 out of 100. And this is a combination of legal rights and cultural acceptance that make up their Equodex rating. Norway is extremely high. The only other country that does it even more perfect is Iceland. But Norway is is overly welcoming. The only technical thing that probably holds them back is when it comes to documentation, they don't recognize non-binary gender, which is unfortunate, but they're very accepting of the non-binary community from what I understand. Now, for the US score, that does sound high. I mean, it's 70 out of 100. And like in the current moment, things are still relatively safe for the LGBTQ plus community in the current moment, but we see the writing on the wall coming up, and a lot of us are scared, especially those who are trans or non-binary. Things could change for us very soon, and that I want to say that number is going to hold. Where will I live in Norway? It's a wonderful little village that I've discovered. It's called Hamar, and that's where the studio is going to be at. It's north of Oslo, about 1.5 hours north by train. A population of only about 30,000 people. I can't wait to explore this village. It'll be the smallest town I've ever lived in my life, and it's just right next to Lake Mahosa. And just the pictures I've seen, it's a very walkable city, and even in the wintertime, and I just can't wait to assimilate into their culture there. And I'm going to do my very best to make sure I can assimilate into Norwegian culture and beliefs. Is it going to be cold there when I arrive? Hell yes. It is going to be probably snowing if I am unlucky enough. I'll be right before like really the hard snow season really starts, but I've already bought a winter parka. I've already bought a lot of winter clothes that's already packed and ready to go. And I'm pretty well planning just to shelter in place where I'm only just between my home and my office for this first winter season, do what I can to survive. And then once I acclimate and adapt to the environment around me, then I'll be a little bit more open about exploring the world around me. And honestly, that's just about it. So again, I am incredibly grateful for all of your support. If you have any questions or things you'd like to know more about in my journey, well, first off, make sure you're following. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos. These early videos is going to be more about things about me, things I'll be losing as I make this preparation to move to Norway. But there'll be some content that'll be helpful for you to learn about the things I'm doing to get ready to go on this amazing journey. And then aside from that, I just want to say thank you to all of you who've just really been there, not only for me, but for other transgender people out there as well. So please take care of each other. Please look after all of us. And just please be a positive light in an uncertain world right now. Thank you all. I love all of the support you have shown so far. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.